1:50 p.m. and it's the 17th of June. I'm out at Aurora Valley Tracking Station car park. It's a terrible day, very windy, and temperature at the moment is 2 degrees Celsius. The time's 15:13 and I've now reached the turn-off up to Cotter Gap. It's 16:15 and just about at Cotter Gap. A lot of snow. Altitude at Cotter Gap is 1320 metres. Time is 5:20 and inside the tent. I arrived at Cotter's Gap around 4:30. A lot of snow around in the gap. Pitched the tent and now I'll settle down and cook. Bit of a slog coming up the track to the gap. Hard work, especially on the old thighs. So took it easy. Think probably overheating a little bit too. Got the fleece, the army shirt, and inner polypropylene inner layer. So under working up on that hill, felt a bit hot. Had to take the hat and the gloves off even when I was back on the road. So suddenly it was so cold at the tracking station car park in the wind, but temperature at the gap when I arrived here was just above 0 degrees, lightly snowing at the moment. That's about all I've got to report. Not too cold at the moment. Still got the down jacket to put on if necessary. First off, coffee, and then be the same old lentils with rice. I put the rice on at the beginning with the lentils and see how that goes. I've got 4 cups of water on the burner. There's 4 measures. One measures 1/4 cup to be accurate. So once that's boiled up, I'll add the rice and put on to simmer. And also the lentils. It's about 7:30 now, and we've just added a bit of peanut butter to the temperature inside the tent. 7:30, 0 degrees Celsius. We've just added a bit of just got the thermometer outside to measure outside temperature. Temperature inside the tent. Windy last night. 0 degrees Celsius. just got
down here amongst the trees
to measure outside temperature.
Tent hardly shakes.
It's been windy last night. Wind is suddenly blowing up
down
above.
Here amongst the trees. Tent hardly shakes.
But the wind
I've got
is
the Van Gogh
blowing up
bag
above.
Can hear it.
In the main was pretty
I've got
warm.
the Van Gogh sleeping bag,
except for the toes. Toes were cold all night. In the main was pretty warm, except for
wearing
the toes.
The down jacket.
Toes were
plus
cold all night.
2 inner layers.
I've got the
fleece jacket
wearing
my
pillow.
The down jacket
Plus 2 inner layers. I've got
a bit of reserve there.
Fleece
if it got
jacket
colder.
was my pillow if I was colder, but had the hood done up. So a bit of reserve there if it got colder.
The hood is
colder,
the best thing I think with the Van Gogh
had the
sleeping bag
up, so the fits the best. The hood is the best thing I think with the Van Gogh
and does
sleeping bag nicely, so the fits the best. Anyway, and does charge the nicely. Action camera 1000. Anyway, and I've charged the
Power Monkey Extreme batteries
Action
now
camera
74%.
1000. And so that's about
Power
it.
Monkey
Time
Extreme batteries now
6:24, and I've
74%.
just brought the thermometer inside. It's reading about -2 degrees Celsius. Time 6:24, and I've just brought the thermometer inside. Is now boiling. It's reading about -2 degrees now
Celsius.
on for the coffee, and the water porridge is now boiling. I could add that the metho in the stove
now on.
It's hard to light without the assistance of the shellite. I could add that the metho in the stove was hard to light without the assistance of the shellite.
Started cooking at 6. Time is 7:30 and cooking, eating dinner. Had to fill the stove. Started cooking at 3 times. First time, so that's 1.5 hours. 30 mils of. Had to fill the stove. Metho. 3 times about 15. First time and third time was also about 30 mils of. So metho. Second time all about 15 used, and third time was also 60 mils of metho. Probably a bit so much. All in all, using like about 60 mils of metho. The lentils and rice probably every night. Much on a long trip. Certainly go through the metho. Wouldn't like to be cooking the lentils and rice every night. Been lying in a sleeping bag waiting to go through the metho. Heat up this way. Been lying in the sleeping bag waiting for it to heat up. Battery's just gone flat. I was trying to say a piece to the camera about the dinner. Battery's just gone flat. It would start up and then record for a couple of seconds and say a piece to the camera about the dinner. So not sure what. It would start up and then record for a couple of seconds and cold. I'm not sure. Battery would go flat. So not sure what. But the Power Monkey Extreme battery started at maybe 95%. Cold, I'm not sure. And it's being used with the Goal Zero light. Power Monkey Extreme battery started at 95%. 5, and it's being used with the. It's now Goal Zero at 87%. Since I've got here the light off. 5. Have to wash up now, and then it's now. I'll turn the light off and charge the action camera up from the. Turn the light off. Extreme battery. I'll have to wash up now.
Flowing very slowly.
I'll turn the light off and charge the action camera up from the Power Monkey Extreme battery. So my feet
flowing very slowly.
On the snow and feeling a bit cold. So I've thermarest is only put the pack 3/4 length at the bottom of the tent were to give a bit of insulation between my feet. A bit cold. So I've ground now put the pack. At the bottom about the video camera, I don't understand. To give a bit of insulation between my 3 bars and the ground, and then went to dead flat. The thing about the video camera I don't understand is shooting in 4K, so maybe that's another thing. And then I'm not used to doing that. Flat, so it probably uses a lot of power. I'm shooting in 4K, so maybe that's another thing above zero in the tent doing that, so it probably uses a lot of power. And it's also cold here. Things a bit above zero in the tent. Temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. Time is 8:35 and all packed up. 0 degrees Celsius. The tent's very wet, so I've packed it loosely in the bottom of the pack and I'll dry it out. It's 8:35 and all packed up. Leaving now very wet, so the time is 9:30 and back at Sawpit Creek. Back at home. Been a bit slow coming down the hill because now to return. I kept stopping and recording the bird sounds back at Sawpit Creek. 10 o'clock and been a bit slow coming down the hill because I kept stopping and recording the bird sounds. Time is 10 o'clock. Looks like someone's left a walking pole. Junction with the Maintenance Road out to Cotter. Freezing pole. Looks like someone's left a walking pole by Kathmandu Junction. It's a freezing pole marked by Kathmandu. Time's 11:10 and back at the Rural Tracking Station car park. Time's 11:10 and some trail mix back at the Rural Tracking Station car park. The final cup of coffee and some trail mix. Flat battery last weekend. Getting back into the car. Our Monkey Extreme battery is showing the car start 67% flat battery last weekend. The Our Monkey Extreme battery is showing 67% 1000 several times now. So I've charged the camera's been 1000 several times now. Probably certainly camera's been affected by the cold, I think. Charge goes down pretty quick. Certainly, so none of the charges have been. Charge goes down pretty quick. So none of the charges have been from dead flat.